Voila, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all my kings, queens, princes, and princesses. I'm Julian Virgin. Welcome to NFC Now Show number 65. Joining me now is a man who captivated an entire audience, a venue, a man who came in there, showed resilience in the NFC cage. No shin guards, no none of that. Just had his head guard, his mouthpiece, and them dukes. And he went in there, he duked it out. I'm looking forward to talking to this man, Siberia, Russia's very own, Dmitry Lipinskiy.
Thank you for
What's,
having me, brother.
hey man, thank you for making time for me. Happy Monday. How you living?
Living the dream, man. Living the dream. Enjoying this. You asked me to put it on. I did. I'm not into chain or gold or any of that, but hey, I'll wear this thing all day long.
Absolutely. What does that mean to you? Not just like the physical piece, but just like when you look at that chain and you think about all the work that you put in and the training and the fight that you were just in on Saturday night. What does that mean to you?
Hard work pays off. I was ready to lose. I did not expect the win, to be honest with you. I was ready for the decisions. I was ready for anything. My coach asked me about months before the fight. He said, what goals do you have besides winning? Everybody wants to win, but what do you want? And I said, I want to be bigger man before and after the fight. I want to show determination. I was very afraid and skeptical about earlier stoppage. I did not want to make big mistake. I have a huge following. I have 5 kids. I have 5 businesses. I have a huge following. The last thing I want is to step in the ring and do something where people say, "Oh, he did not work hard for this," or like for me, I work hard for this and I wanted it to show, but anything can happen in a boxing match. It could be stoppage at 30 seconds. It could be, as a matter of fact, today I realized it. I didn't realize it at the day of the fight, but I was actually for the first time watching the fight with the commentators. And commentator says, hey, the referee says, if you're not going to stop defending yourself, I'm going to stop the fight in the first round when I was getting beat up. I did not hear that. In the first round, I thought I was fine. I knew I have to defend myself. I knew he's gonna come flying at me, and I have to like protect myself. But I didn't realize that I have a jeopardy of them stopping the fight. So I was happy that it went all 3 rounds. I lost the first round and came back second. TKO was a gift from God. God helped me with the win, but overall, hard work pays off. I work hard, and it showed.
Dimitri, you work hard. You go to your website. It says you are an influencer in the roofing industry. Please explain to the NFC community what that is.
So the roofing industry is huge. It's $50 billion. Every house has a roof, right? So I had a roofing company from 2013 to 2020. I sold my roofing business. I started this YouTube channel called Roofing Insights, and we're like the biggest YouTube channel in the roofing industry. If you type in roofing or roofer or anything roofing related, you're gonna see my face on it. I've made over 1,000 videos over the years. We built huge community. I have my own conference. I have my event that's bigger than NFC per size. Like every year we do conference, like 1,500, 1,600 people attended. Huge community. That's why so many people followed me, supported me, bought the whole thing. I'm an immigrant. I'm self-made. I came to this country. I did not have a dollar to my name. I live American dream. I built businesses. I sold businesses, but I made my name truly in the roofing industry. In the roofing industry, people recognize me. I'm a speaker. I'm a conference organizer, influencer. I also have online roofing school. I have like 500 companies there, like active membership. So very cool community, very cool trade, and I'm on top of it as far as media goes and influencing goes.
Absolutely. So you're in this industry. You said this is a $50 billion industry. Every house has a roof. Is that what I heard?
Yes, yes, yes.
How did this beef come along with you and Haight?
So yeah, so he still owns a roofing company, and he's also in the media space. He doesn't have as big of a following as I do, but he also sells courses. And the problem that we have, Mike, like I interviewed him several times, but the beef came along. he has a reputation of not paying people, and people who he has beef with came to me and say, "Hey, one of them was like his vice sales manager, the guy who used to work for him doesn't work anymore. So he's like, Dmitry, this guy does not pay people. I want to share the story." So I would interview that person, and then I would give Lee opportunity to speak up for himself. Total, I mean, he has a track record, reputation. There's so many people who accuse him of not paying his bills, not paying his sales reps. And of course, every time he was getting pissed, but I was spotting the light on the problem. Like, dude, if you want a reputation of paying people, stop paying people. Why you have all these disputes? Long story short, at the end, he had like 3 or 4 people in a row within like 2 months came to me. I interviewed them. I aired the interviews, and I made a comment. I said, "You're the cancer to this industry. You know, not paying salespeople is not okay. You have to make it up." And he's like, he's been challenging me for this fight for 3 years, and he said, "You know, oh, you called me cancer. Let's have it." And listen, he did not, still to this day, he did not prove that he did anything wrong. He just decided to take violent course. He's like, "Let's settle beef in a cage." I'm like, if that's what settles it for you, I'll do it. I'm not afraid of you. So he confronted me, one of the expos trying to flinch on me, and that was after I accepted the fight. So that was not necessarily he's like a bully. So he was bullying me to fight me. He's like, "Hey, I'll come to your house, fight you in front of your kids," because he has experience. He has 5 years experience. I did not. I'm a CrossFitter, so I'm a fit guy, but I'm not a boxer. And he's like, "I'm gonna come to your office. I'll pour the water on your head. You know, you're talking about me. You're gonna fight me." And I said, "You know what? Let's do it." So we picked the venue in between, which was Atlanta NFC, and I agreed to it. He said he'll pay me $60,000 if I stand 3 rounds against him. So I'm waiting for the pay up.
Okay, so where do you live? Let's break this down. Where are you located?
Minneapolis.
You're in Minneapolis. Okay, where is Lee at?
Florida, Tampa, I believe.
So, okay, so y'all picked the venue in Atlanta, fight each other.
Yep.
This has been brewing for 3 years?
3 years of beef. I kind of, well, he's been challenging me for the fight for 3 years, but 5 months ago, 6 months ago, where it's really erupted.
Did you have any excuse me, did you have any like combat training?
Zero. So I took my first boxing class July this summer, and then I went to China for a month, and I came back. I started training like in September, 4 months ago.
Okay. So you're saying Lee, these are your words. Lee's been the bully. He's been challenging you to a fight because people have come on your platform and said that he isn't paying. You've given him an opportunity to respond to these allegations. He has responded with violence to you. He's been challenging you for a fight. And so you were like, all right, cool, whatever. I'm going to take the fight. Walk me through the process. Walk me through, okay, you taking your first boxing class till now. What did that look like? Did you feel like you were prepared for this opportunity?
So, so first couple months, so I'm a CrossFitter. I'm a very competitive person. I like to give you an example. Like I do 2 CrossFit classes per day. Like I was insane. Like I can lift like 300 pounds above my head, like muscle ups. Anything CrossFit does, I can do it. Like walking on my head, whatever. But it's different cardio, it's different strength. So I'm strong. Endurance is there. So now I joined this boxing class. So first 2 months, my feet are hurting. Like cardio is different. I'm like, what? Like punching and back for 2 minutes, it's exhausting. My right foot, like in I believe it was July, August, I was trying to do 3 rounds of single honors, just like jump roping for 3 rounds of 2 minutes. I'm out of breath. I don't have a rhythm. So completely different sport. My feet was hurting from jump rope. I'm not a runner. Like CrossFit is different. Like I have double unders. I'm okay with the jump rope, but I don't know, like, you know, it's different sport, right?
Mm-hmm.
So first couple months was brutal, and I still was doing, I'm a workaholic when it comes to the gym work. So I would go to CrossFit first and then boxing class lessons. So second, I found 2 good coaches. One of them was in my corner. And then after 2 months, 3 months, they told me, quit CrossFit. You cannot keep doing both. Focus on boxing. It's killing you because you have too much muscle. I was heavy. So Lee was 185 pounds. I was 208. So we agreed to fight in middle 190. So I have to drop like 20 pounds. I dropped 18 pounds for this fight, from
Wow.
208 to 190 in the past 3 months. 3 months before the fight, I was above 205, I believe. So, and then I dropped to 190. But they told me, quit CrossFit. You don't need that muscle. You need to get loose. You need to know how to defend yourself, throw punches. And I was doing 2 practices a day for the past 2 months before the fight.
So essentially, you're one of those people that, okay, you have a time, date, location, you're locked on this goal and making sure that you are prepared for what's about to take place.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Okay, so talk about the back and forth that was taking place between you and Lee leading up to this date. Like, as you're training, you're in the gym. What was being said online on both platforms?
Not much from me. He's a trash talker. Like, if you study Russian fighters in my culture, we don't do a lot of trash talk. Further, Emelianenko, Triple G, Klitschko. If you follow any like big names boxers, none of them are big trash talkers. You can come and say anything about me, like, we're gonna smile. We're gonna show you our work in the ring. Talk is cheap. Let's do the work. So Lee was very nasty, very arrogant, a lot of online videos, a lot of disrespect, name mocking. I mean, you name it. He was arrogant. He thought he has it. He's like, I trapped him. He's stepping in the trap. I'm gonna kill him. I'll mop his head all over the map, wherever. I ignored it. I wanted to be bigger man. I did not say much. I'm like, all right, you talk, I'll work. And I did not post any of my training. I did not do anything in return. If you think you're gonna beat me, show me.
So you come to weigh-ins. I saw your weigh-in when y'all shook each other and did the face down at the weigh-ins. He tried to shake your hand. You denied it. What was that behind? What was that about?
So he mocks my name, right? Like, I cannot shake your hand if you cannot say my name. Like, the thing about that is we have agreement pretty much online publicly. I shook his hand a couple of months ago, but he would not call me by Dmitry Lipinskiy. So he keep calling me Petri, Shishpinsky, whatever. And for me, in my culture, if you want to show any basic respect, this is like the brain of the 5-year-old. You don't call, like, I have 5 kids, 5 businesses. You can call me by my name. I mean, I'm okay if you say fuck you, Dmitry. I'm okay if you curse and be mean to me. That's expected. But disrespecting my name, mocking my name, that's the brain of 5-year-old. I cannot shake hand of someone who mocks my name. That's not my level. So I put my hands behind. I'm like, you can disrespect me, but there is no respect here in the return. You cannot say my name. I'm not shaking your hand. We're gonna settle in a ring. That's what all about.
He stepped on your J's.
He did, and that was a death right there. You don't do that. I actually did not know that until later. And later, when I look at the pictures, like, oh,
got to zooming in. You got to zooming in a little bit. You was like, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're making t-shirts now. You do not step on my J's.
Hey, I'm loving the shirts too, brother. I saw the shirts that you have. You said spread love, not hate.
Yeah, not hate.
Not hate. Yeah. Okay. Leading up to the fight, how many people did you have? You said you're from Minnesota. He's from Tampa. Yo, it seemed like that was a lot of people that were invested into that fight. From your perspective,
huge.
how many people came and where were they from?
They were all over the place. About 200 was in our crowd. Looked like the ticket and stuff from all over. I mean, I have people from Iowa, California, Texas, all over. People flew in for this fight. Georgia, Nashville, from all over. Chicago. A lot of friends. 5 times more than came for him.
Okay, so did that make you feel more pressure on the fight itself, or like, how'd that make you feel, like walking in there and seeing everybody that came for you?
Little bit. It felt like I'm not doing it for myself. I'm doing it for the community. I represent something that a lot of people in my corner knew. Like, a lot of people wanted me to. I mean, it was also personality and business type class. Like, I'm a humble guy, simple, conservative. He's very loud mouth in your face, and people like, please teach him a lesson. So a lot of this thing for the community.
Heard that. So fight starts, man. Yeah, it's just even in the cage, like when the walkout, it's like, my man was in your face and everything. Fight starts, bell rings, it's go time. But just immediately, it was like he was on the attack. Walk us through the fight.
Sure. We expected that. So we expected that he's going to come aggressively. I did not know. I give him credit. I did not know he's going to last as long as he did. I thought he'll be done by the end of the first round. I knew I'm going to have a bigger endurance. He was flying at me. It was hard. My nose, like I could not defend myself. It was so easy. I saw every punch coming to my nose, every single one of them. They were not like super strict, fast punches. I cannot to this day. I can't realize, or I don't know why I decided to stop them with my nose. I'm like, I see them coming. Why don't you duck? Like lack of training. I don't know. It was my first fight, right?
Yeah.
So I saw them coming. They keep hitting me. I'm like, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I was calm. I was collected. I was not afraid. There was zero fear of me. I'm like, okay, this guy cannot hurt me. He keeps hurting me, but it did not hurt. So I just needed to survive first round to adjust to him. And I didn't realize that it was close to canceling the fight or stopping the fight because I did not defend myself much. But then as I've been rewatching it, I actually threw a few punches first round too. I was not scared. I just did not know what to do with him. He was too aggressive, too fast, but I knew it's not going to last long. And I also, from CrossFit days, I know my heart rate very well. I know in 1 minute, I recover super good. Like I recover faster than the most athletes. So I'm like, after first minute, second round, I was recovered.
You give him the first round, though.
Oh, 100%. He won the first round. Like, there's no doubt about it. And, yeah, I was in survival mode. But I stood up.
Boom. You stood up to it. Second round starts. Y'all start trading again. Look, I mean, after the first round, I got to say, when the first round bell rang, the crowd went wild because we all just witnessed an amazing first round. In between rounds, what did your coaches say to you? And we're confident stepping out that second.
So after first round, they're like, hey, we trained for this. We knew he's going to do this. Now you're going to go and, slow down. 1-1-2, start throwing combinations. Slow down. Don't panic. We trained for this. It was expected. No panic. It was good. Like, I have the best corner ever. Like after first round, I was there. I recovered and I was ready to go again.
Did he hit you with anything that surprised you? Did he hurt you at any point in that fight?
No. I mean, my nose was bleeding. I've sparred before. I've been hit in my nose before. And my nose is not broken. It was just cut. I never have my nose bleeding that much. So I'm covered in blood, but I'm not hurting. So it was totally fine. Like I was totally fine. I was breathing good. I was calm canal. I was inconvenient. The headgear kept moving on me.
Yeah.
I did not know what to do a few times, but I wasn't hurting at any point towards the end.
Second round, you go out there, you knock him down in that second round. How'd you score that one?
It's just I found my tools. Like I wanted to hit the body, right? So we trained to hit the body. I thought it'll be KO by me because he has very weak core and I have very strong core. And we practice a lot shots to the body, head body. I cannot explain to you right now why I never hit his body. Like not a single shot. But I did find my tools to like kind of overhand. So I start hitting number 2 over his jab and it started working. I'm like, okay, I found something. I found a gap. And I just keep every time he's trying to throw his jab, I would just go on my 2 over his jab. And finally, I read him and knocked him out with my 2. He went down. And after the second round, my coach told me, he's like, you left this one here and you keep throwing 2s. Keep throwing 2s. You're hurting him. Let's go. And that's what I keep doing all third round.
Did you feel the crowd getting behind you?
Oh, it was unbelievable. First round, I knew I have a bigger support. But I also knew there's a lot of other people who did not came there for us because NFC has like 1,000+ people or whatever. And first round, I felt like everybody was supporting him. Whatever he did, they liked more. They like violence, they like aggression. So I did feel like here like a little bit. And first round, it was unreal experience. I heard crowd getting behind me when I threw punch. They're like, "Oh!" Like when he went down, I heard the roar. I heard like, "Oh, he's coming back!" And every time I hit him, they're like, "Ooh!" Like they like me. They the sides turn. They like me
so
now.
so you
And
felt it. So like as you're in there, you
100%,
felt it. Okay.
100%, 100%.
The
Even
third
more
round.
third. Yeah, even
So I mean, look. After the second round, going into the third, I think everybody knew it was 1-1, and the fight was the fight was to be taken in that third round. You said your corner was telling you to throw twos. How were you feeling physically? And just walk us through that round.
I've seen tired man in front of me. I've seen wobbly man. I could go 4 or 5 rounds. Like even after third round, I feel like I still have power to go one more round. I actually in all my training and all my sparring, I wake up mid like if I do 10 rounds, I will wake up at 5. I'm a little bit longer endurance. I'm a sprinter, but I like longer. Like 3 rounds, it's a wake up for me. I was tired, but I had more in reserve. And when I
Mm.
saw he wobbly, I'm like, I can do this. Like my confidence was gaining, and I saw his confidence was fading. And I just keep hitting him. I was running out of time, and we both tired, so everything slowed down. But the confidence was there.
How personal was it when you were in there trading punches? Was it like was there extra little umph onto each punch?
I would say so, probably. I mean, I was at that moment. You don't think about it, but yes, it's personal because the person in front of you is, he's trying to kill you. You're defending yourself. It's not personal because you have hate and you're trying to hurt him. It's personal because if you don't defend yourself, he's gonna kill you. Like if we
Mm.
switch sides, he's gonna destroy me. So it's personal only because, like, you know what? It's truly standing to the bully. He was aggressive during what you saw at weight in. That's how it was in a cage. When he walked in, there was no mercy. I'm like, this is the bully. He's gonna kill me if I give him 1 inch. And the only way to stop him is to throw hard punch. And I was determined to do that. So it wasn't personal because I hate him. I did not have emotions, strong emotions towards the personality or beef or history between us. But I'm like, this guy needs to be taught a lesson, and he will not stop until I stop him. So in that sense, it was personal.
That third round, man, it looked like y'all were trading back and forth. Each person had their moments until the very end, until like the last 30 seconds. And that's when like you really just laid it on them. Walk me through that finishing sequence. Did you think that you did enough?
I think I did enough. I think it was always like also like I prayed so much for this fight, right? Like I prayed God. I asked all my friends, just pray. I actually shared this Bible verse that said, "You prepare the horse for the fight, but the victory comes from the Lord." And I feel like that last 30 seconds, even last 5 seconds, it was kind of like from the Lord, from the top. Like, I'm doing my work, but anything could happen last moment. The way the referee acted, the way he acted, the way everything acted, looks
I'm
like
still
your
here.
battery is.
I'm still here. I'm still here.
So as far as everything else goes, like it was, anything could happen. I still believe that I would want by decision, but I gave it my all and TKO. Like honestly, my heart desire was I wanted full fight. I wanted 3 rounds of 2 minutes. It would be nice to have TKO, but I was not hoping. But I got full 3 rounds. I got TKO, and God loves me. He gave me
At the
victory.
very end, too, referee Brett McKinnon told him to walk to the left, walk to the right, walk straight, walk again to the left, and he called it off. That fight, the official score was 1 minute 59 seconds into round number 3. Your winner by
Insane,
TKO, Dmitry Lipinskiy.
insane.
Insane. The crowd went bananas, Dmitry. That was one of the most exciting atmospheres I have ever been in, and during my part with the National Fighting Championship. Now I saw afterwards, man. I thought the beef was going to be squashed, man. I seen that he didn't want to shake your hand afterwards, man. Talk me through that one.
He walked away, so I came, I hugged him, I told him beef settled, and I tried to do a fist bump. He walked away. I think he was just mentally exhausted. I don't know how hurt he is. I did a couple interviews, I did Zoom calls today. Like he's not present, he's not talking to anyone. I texted him. I tried to reach out, but there is no response from that side. He walked away. I told him, "Hey, great fight. You fought great. There's nothing to be ashamed of. I wanted to be bigger man after the fight. He offered me 60K if I take this fight, so I expect to get paid. But besides that, there's no beef. I still give him credit for hard work, but he was not there. Mentally, he was not there. So I did not expect him to give me credit later. I mean, if you look at our faces, at the final round, I mean, he was gone. He was truly
Oh,
knocked out.
it was a hell of a fight, man. It was a hell of a fight. The crowd gave y'all both a round of applause for just such a display of valor throughout the whole fight. Now, this being your first fight, man, and you just started training a couple months ago. I mean, come on, how's it feel, man? Like you said, I mean, this guy had a couple of fights in combat night. You gotta feel like the man this morning. Come on now.
Well, look, I have 5 kids and I have two boys, and there was less of favor. I fought before. I fought like I'm from Russia, so we fight on the street. I feel like we fight in my city. Population is split 50-50 between Dagestan people and Russian people. So I fought Dagestan. My best friend was from Dagestan. I even fought my best friend. So in my culture, it's okay to fight. I'm not afraid of the fight. This was my first professional fight. I did not fight in the past 20 years. It was an amazing lesson for my kids. I'm proud for what I stood up. I'm proud of example I showed to my community. It was the right cause, the right example. And I would say I did it the right way. I didn't do it outside the bar. I didn't do it at the expo. We picked a professional venue. We came, we invested in training, both of us, and we did it the right way. So now we have to end it the right way. I'm proud of myself. I want to do it for 5 years, training boxing. I don't think I'll do fighting anymore, but I want to do it 2-3 times a week, just training. I'll do CrossFit and boxing just to be better athletes. So next time I don't stop jabs with my nose and I actually talk.
That was another question, man. My man Ray Brown said, did he enjoy it and get into it enough to where he would like to get into the ring again?
I listen. I have a lot to lose. I have 5 businesses and 5 kids. Getting your head smashed in the ring is not the smartest business decision. So I like it for the sport. I would practice it for the sport. I have a lot of equipment in my house now. I have bags and stuff. I fell in love with boxing, but I don't think I'll spar, and I don't like competitively, and I don't think I'll pick another fights. I don't think it's good fit for me.
Dmitry Lipinskiy, I appreciate you again for just making time. I just have a couple final questions for you, man. When you look
Sure.
back at this entire experience, and I always say hindsight is 2020. When you look back on this, man, like how will you remember the 3-year beef, the 6 months training, and just the evening itself?
Sure. I will never be the same. I say this. Every man should try it. If you've never fought in your life, challenge yourself. It was on my bucket list for 10 years to have a fight in a cage, even before Lee. Lee was just an opportunity. And that's why at the end, I thank him for 6 years ago. I talked to my wife. I said, babe, I want to fight in a cage. And she's like, nope, you're not doing it. It's too stupid. Don't do it. But honestly, if you're a man, you have to learn how to fight because you never know. It's life. You never know when you will need a skill, or life is crazy. So it was amazing experience. I recommend it to all men. Train for it, stand up for something, and just try yourself. Try how you feel when you get punched. It's hard to keep fighting when you get punched. Not everybody can do it.
Man, I appreciate that, Dmitry. Just those words, man. Before we part ways, man, final thoughts. Anything you want to leave me and the entire NFC community with, and your community, man? I know you have a large community.
Sure. Well, I want to give huge credit to David Oblast, the founder of NFC. Like, I appreciate good business owner when I see him. Like, David is awesome, great communication. NFC made it so easy. I did not have to think about, or like, I have my own conference. I know what it takes to organize the event, the vendors, the coaches, the commissioner, the judges, the security, the food. I mean, it's insane. Like, you guys are phenomenal. I needed to do my medical exams. I flew in. David met me. I would say The communication and organization is through the roof. NFC, you guys, outdid yourself. It was amazing experience for someone like me. Yes, we did train and stuff, but to have a venue and not to worry about all the logistics and organizations, NFC did really, really well. I appreciate you guys.
Hey, well, shout out to you, Dmitry. I appreciate you just taking time to come talk to me about the whole fight, man. We wish you the best, and just thank you for just standing up for something and handling your business.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for
Nothing but
having me.
love, respect. Ladies and gentlemen, Dmitry Lipinskiy, I would say the fight of the night this past Saturday night, man. It was an amazing battle that he had against Lee Haight.